about that. This is Wes. Yes, I'm getting some help with my latest video from the Amen section over there. This is an important topic. So, but she's right. That's what I said in the other video. So we're gonna do this over. Anyway, one of my longtime subscribers is Mike Gilbert. He commented on scroll up, peace jump. Well, now I done lost everything. The cooking catfish and bacon on an open fire, or something like that. Anyway, he said, "Hey, I have a question," or that's the same thing I did last time. "Hey, I have a request/question. You're on a scout going from point A to point B, then back again. The smell of that bacon might make someone really hungry. How do you hide it, or do you get ready for an encounter? Please, sir, make this a discussion topic. So many people just don't know. Thanks." Guy or West or whatever. I know I look that old, but anyhow, and then Keith Kronk commented on that, and also the smoke and the light from the fire. So, what we have here is obviously a failure to communicate. I got to put a reminder here, so you guys calm down. And y'all don't really want to look at the glare from a screen, I don't guess. First off, my scenario for my little cookout was probably not the best in the world. That might work 5, 6, 8, 10 years after a major deal or whatever, or in a reasonably safe or secure part of a country or whatever. You know, it might have been okay in some places, but let's assume that we're talking in Tiawaukee or stay home this Friday situation. And let's say Group A is sending you to Group B to do whatever and then come back. Okay, it's a couple of 3 days over and a couple of days back. You know, it's 2 days over and 2 days back. So you're looking at a few overnights. If you have to cook between point A and point B, yeah, you're going to need to get ready for an encounter. Because if you're out there, chances are there's somebody else out there. And evidently there's a lot of open ground between Group A and Group B. So we're looking at a need for stealthiness. In a situation like that, I don't believe I would start a fire. I would have, I'd be carrying already cooked bacon with me. Now, people go, "Oh, well, the bacon's going to ruin." I mean, which one's going to rot faster? Raw bacon or cooked bacon? Raw bacon. The fish, if it was a real scout mission from point A to point B out a couple of days, would have been probably smoked or dried already. I would definitely make camp closer to dusk. So, and I would do so under the cover of trees or whatever, so the trees would disperse what little bit of smoke I did make. I would have put more effort into getting my fire going faster with the tinder bundle. And that's one of the reasons you'd want to carry a really good, I mean, yeah, a ferro rod's great. A Bic lighter's great. But if you don't have the tinder you need to get the fire started real quick without smoke, there you go. You're in a world of hurt. Build your fire up slow too. Almost everybody that goes camping nowadays, they go out there, they get everything ready, they build their fire, and boom, they throw the wood on it, and then they go to doing something else. Well, while that little fire in the middle is getting all that big fire on the outside hot, it's just boiling smoke up in there. You're trying to cook dinner, or you're trying to signal everybody for a million miles that you're cooking dinner. If you have to do a fire, if you're staying home this Friday, you're going to want it real hot, real fast with no smoke. And you do that with, I mean, the smaller your firewood is, the less smoke it produces. The drier it is, the less smoke it produces. The Dakota Hole is a fire pit that works off the same principle as a rocket stove. You can make a twig stove type rocket stove that works really well. And those things produce a lot of heat and will do almost any cooking you want to do with very little smoke. And the light is contained inside the little stove. So there's a win-win on that. There's still light and there's still smoke, and then there's still the smell of cooking. But it's more stealthy, and it's something else you have to carry. So there's that. Light at night travels miles. I mean, cigarette, 2 or 3 miles away on a clear night or more. Somebody might think it's a lightning bug or not. I was probably focusing on my coffee cup, not even focusing on me. But the thing is, when you're trying to be stealthy, you're trying to be stealthy. And stealthy is alive in Tiahuaki. Now, even like in your main camp or whatever, your primary compound, you don't want big smoking fires around. Because, well, quite simply, it's, not good. If you're trying to keep it on the down low. If it's cold, something happens, a cold front comes in, a freak winter storm catches you in the early part of September or something, and you've got to have fire, you're going to freeze to death. You build a small fire inside your shelter. And you live with it. You keep just enough heat to keep yourself from freezing to death. And again, there you're looking at, what are my choices? Freeze to death or get shot. And if you're alone, how do you really prepare for an encounter? How do you do that? Because you're going to be busy in your camp doing camp stuff, and those people coming up from you or to you or whatever are they're going to be focused on you. You're going to be what they're doing, so they'll have that advantage on you. And how much time do you want to spend putting up uh, trip wires or alarms or this? Because you're going to have to put those out 50, 60 yards out from your location. And in order for it to be effective, you're going to have to do a complete 360. So you're talking, you'd have to stop 2 hours before time to make camp just to secure your camp. Because if they can see the alarm's not going to work. And then, in theory, you're not going to carry millions of miles of, monofilament with you. So then the next morning when it's time to leave, you've got to pick up all your booby traps or alarms or whatever you're going to call them. Because you wouldn't want to leave something like that out there. So, yeah. There's not a whole lot you do. I mean, almost every time we have a conversation like this, it comes back around to you need people. If you're going to move through hostile territory, which is going to be anywhere in the world in Tiawaki, I mean, it's not going to be friendly nowhere. Then you're going to have to cold camp or dry camp, whatever you want to call it. No fire. You eat out of your haversack and you keep going. Your shoulder bag, your knapsack, whatever you're carrying with you, your fanny pack, whatever it is that you've got your gear in, that you're making that 2-day trek in. When you're trying to cover ground and be stealthy and stuff, I'm not 100% sure you'd even want to string up a hammock. So, not like you can pop out of one of those things like popcorn. Yeah. If there's 2 or 3 of you making the trek, as long as you're smart enough and realize, hey, we can't sit here and chitter and chat about Sally Sue and Mary Beth while we're out here. We need to keep our trap shut and pay attention to what's going on, because this is Tiawaki and there's cannibals out there. So, yeah. If anybody's got any super duper good information or ideas on how you can cook out in the bushes without everybody smelling your bacon, or build a fire at night to heat yourself up without everybody and their dogs seeing the light, put it in the comment section below. I mean, if you're not being helpful, don't be hurtful, don't be hateful. Okay. Now, in theory, early on, there'll still be access to alcohol stoves or little propane stoves or whatever. Wayne sent me this little propane deal. You screw it on the Coleman canister or whatever, and you got this little burner. It doesn't make no smoke, and it makes blue light. Blue light doesn't travel that far. Okay? Blue light and red light does not travel as far as white or yellow. Or it's not as visible to the human eye. Let's rephrase that. So, if you have access, hand cleaner makes a pretty decent little alcohol stuff. Hand cleaner. Squirt it on something and light it on fire. Use something for a wick. Oh, that was me kicking the puppy. Don't build a fire in Tiawaki unless you're ready for somebody to find your fire. Because chances are they may, if nothing else, they'll be aware that you're moving through. And if you're trying to be sneaky, you don't want them to know. They may not come in on you, but they'll know you're there. You've given yourself away. The fact that you're a human being, because Yetis and Sasquatches don't build campfires. So if there's a bipedal hominid out there building a fire, it's a human. And that puts you at risk from other humans. So I don't think Sasquatch builds fires. Pretty sure Yeti don't, because they live in the snow. I think they just eat like shaved ice and stuff. But anyway, that's it. If y'all got any better ideas, but I'm ready to hear them, because, you know, I don't want to have to eat granola bars all the time, or pemmican, or dried fish, because dried fish is good. It's just not that good. It's like, I mean, jerky's a great snack, but I wouldn't want to have to eat jerky all the time. Because chances are, if you're the guy that got sent out there on Scout, you're the guy that always gets sent out there on Scout. So unless you really like, you know, ground up raisins and acorn flour with rolled oats and stuff, and dried tomatoes, and dried fish, and dried chicken, and dried everything, I strongly suggest somebody help you figure out how to build a fire without getting in the world of hurt. All right. God bless y'all. Y'all stay alive. Don't die. This video is to start discussion. Okay? VRs are welcome. God bless y'all. Stay alive. Don't die.